has major. Yeah, back at the private lake, as I say, to catch my first winter carp out of here. I've struggled on here the last couple of years during winter to try and catch, so I want to try and crack the code as such, and try and work out where I can catch them from. Well, I said in the previous video I was going to come to the private lake, give it a go, try and get my first winter carp out of here now. That's the tree that we cut down. There's the bits we cut off. Upturn route. Swim over there. That's where I'm going to fish from. It's a little bit flooded, but I think I can just fit the bivvy on the edge there. Fish out to here. I know I've been around here. There's no snags this side of the tree, so I can fish up to there, fish into this area here. Just got the old magic grains of corn that are doing me well at the moment. Gonna bait some up and then go and get the bivvy set up, rod set up and everything else. Long lake, I've tracked them down. I found where to catch them from. So this is the next aim, the next target to work out over winter. If I can get 2 lakes that I can fish winter-wise for the rest of the winter and have a good chance. It mixes it up a bit for me, mixes it up a bit for the videos and everything else. But as you can see, this is another lake that's well and truly flooded. Yeah, looking forward to tonight. I'm only doing one night, so hopefully I can pull a few out. I'm just going to put a few grains of corn in, not go mad, just a little bit of interest for them. Same sort of baiting as I have done on the long lake really. Bit of attraction, hopefully they can see, hopefully they can smell something, and hopefully it will get me a few fish. A few over there. Probably try and tuck a rod if I can get under this tree here. Over there as well, a couple of rods. And then maybe a rod on the end there, because I know I've cut everything out of there. It's bubbling up over there actually, massive bubbling up. Just past this second on the left branch. So maybe I might try and stick a rod there or just bait up this side of that log and pull them in. Just chuck some over that direction. That's it. Yeah, I've got a good feeling. I'm feeling really confident, more confident than I have done on winter on this lake. Yeah, there's movement out there, definitely. Right over the other side as well, so yeah. Right, let's go and get some stuff out. One last bit of corn out there. There's definitely fish. It's bubbling. Yeah, there's moving bubbles. Oh yeah, it's definitely feeding fish over there. So yeah, there's fish in the area. Exciting stuff. It's going to be pretty messy getting around there, but I'm just about perched on the edge of that swim there. You'll see the puddle when I get you around there anyway. Alright, cool. That old rhodie bush looks good as well, doesn't it? Oh, the barrow's definitely front heavy, but it's balanced pretty well at the moment. Love famous last words. God, look at that, the outlet's well high, rushing through. Absolute, wow. That is absolutely rushing through there. Jesus. All flooded here. Didn't realise, I mean, I know well, I suppose we've constantly had rain more or less every day this year so far. So, not surprising. Here we are in the swim. Gonna have to put a bivvy up this end. As usual, I'm fishing near a puddle. I'm gonna move these branches here. Put the bivvy up here somewhere. I have to run through that if I get a bite. If I get a bite, when I get a bite. As usual, when I get a bite. Alright, so there's the tree. Be fishing out. And that'll look good out there. And this is where I see the bubbling up around here. I'll keep my eye on that and plonk a rod on it if I see it. The sun's coming out now, so weather's getting a little bit better. Yeah, underarm through there, one cast out to there, maybe one on the end there, maybe just 2 rods, who knows. Right, I'm going to put the bivvy up just in case it starts raining again, and then bait the rods up, or say bait the rods up, rig the rods up. Baits are already on the rigs, just going with the corn again, so yeah. Got 1 rod made up, the rest, this is one with a little hook on it, little size 8, and then the other 2 either need new hooks or sharpening of the hook. So I'm going to plonk that out on the left hand side, the easy cast, and then do the bits that I've got to do on the other rods. Test, there's no snags there. No snags, so that'll do for that rod, I think. Maybe a bit more to the right, a bit more towards the log. Don't want to get too close and get snagged up, so not too much silt down there, just a tiny little bit of leaf. Ow, 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 ow. Tiny bit of leaf debris. So yeah, all good. Let's move that bead down a little bit. So, that's it. 1 rod fishing. Every time I pulled back, it didn't seem too choddy, too stuck in the chod. I've not got massive lead on there. I think it's 2 ounces, so it would dig in a bit if it was too silty there. So yeah, point that rod right down so the line's down in the water. All good, all good. Being very coloured at the moment, the water, I don't think they're going to notice the line too much, especially as it's fluorocarbon. So let's get that net set up quick in case we get an instant bite. Right, rod's ready to cast out. This is going to be the tricky one, the underarm. I mean, there is an option of maybe having a rod over here. Well, it does look good over there. Yeah, maybe I should. Yeah, Let's do it. Let's go for one over there, down in that channel. Do I? Don't I? Do I? Don't I? Another overhanging tree there, so. Oh, here. Decisions. Let's go for it down there. Looking good. The reason I'm going for that channel is because it goes round and then you've got the bridge that goes onto the island, and at the moment the water's so deep they'll be swimming through that back channel to my mind. So yeah, there's no bait over there, single will do me I think on that one. For now, I've always got time to switch the rods round if I want, so I haven't got much in the way of food today. It's all been a bit rushed, but just got a macaroni cheese ready meal. Not as exciting as pork belly or homemade burgers. Let's pop that there. Job is a good one. Right, so I'm going to keep my eyes out for bubblers because, like I said, I saw them before here. I haven't seen any other signs since I've moved, like come round to this swim. But I'll keep my eyes out. If I see something, I'll just reel one of them in, which will be that one. More than happy with that rod is there. So it'll be that one. If I cast out over here, if I see something, leave this one here for a while. When I fished, you haven't seen me fishing this swim before, but I have fished here. When I fished here before, I mean it was summertime, but the bites were coming like first thing in the morning from this side. So probably won't be the same this time of year, but just look how, for the want of a better word, carpy it's looking out here. I don't want to tread around too much, but this lake's so much bigger with all this water in it. So much deeper at this end. I believe, and a few of us believe, that the big ones hang out down here and hardly anyone fishes down here too much. It's more up that end closer to the car park. But when I have fished up here, I have had a bigger stamp of fish, so yeah, fingers crossed. Come on, let's have my winter carp out of this one. That tree looks so good. Little bait there. This rod. Well, it looks like it was the right decision to set the bivvy up. There wasn't any rain forecast for this afternoon. It was meant to be a little bit sunny with a bit of cloud, but yeah, it's still drizzling. 4:30 now. Soon be dusk. Soon be getting dark. Hopefully get a bite on dusk. This lake, I've mentioned it before, normally does daytime bites, but obviously not unknown to do nighttime bites, especially this time of year. So. Well, ever since the rods have been out, I've been scouring the water for any signs. I haven't seen anything jumping out to me at all at the moment. It will, like I say, it will be getting dark soon, so be a case of waking up at first light and keep my eyes out, see what I can see. Just listen to the bird song. Sit here all day and listen to that. Yeah, sorry the old culinary delights aren't up to scratch this week, but like I said earlier, I just haven't had time to get all the ingredients together. I have chosen what I'm going to do on the next video, but I can't actually remember, so that won't be the next video that's out after this, because the next video that's out after this, I'm going to be doing a day session next week. I tried to do a test with the hooks and that, like you probably would have seen maybe on the previous video, but one of the spots just wasn't producing fish at all, so there was no fair test. So macaroni cheese with bacon rashers. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Tip of the day, save washing up. Here's a sliced bread. Right, something massive just clattered out over there, just over where I'm fishing. It's 10:30, something like that. Just gone 10:30 at night. Obviously night, because it's dark. But yeah, I'm just laying there, listening out. Yeah, and I just heard this. So yeah, I'm just obviously hoping for a bite. But if not, at least I know fish are active in the area. Sky is so clear. I've taken a couple of photos because you can't really see it on the video, but real clear sky, loads of stars out tonight, really visible. Lovely. It's a lovely evening. It's not cold, but mine about it's mild as anything as well. I'm just laying with a sleeping bag just like half over me sort of thing. Got clothes on, but it's yeah. Right, exciting times. Maybe I might have one of the big ones out of here, you never know. Still haven't had a 20-pounder out here, and I know they go much bigger than that, so. Come on. While I'm on a little run of luck, it'd be lovely. Imagine that. Good morning. It's 4:30 AM. Been up about a quarter of an hour, maybe a bit more. Listening out, heard that nice show last night, so I thought it'd be worth. I woke up, thought it'd be worth having a listen out. So, not heard anything, but you never know. Any minute now, things could start waking up and could hear a few things. But just thought while I remember, I will continue with the questions that we were asking when people ask their questions on the giveaway. So the next one in line is from David Coates, and his question is: how would you determine when fishing becomes more than a hobby and escalates into an obsession or a chore? Yeah, that's that's a good question, and I know it does take over people's lives and jobs and can affect their family and stuff at some point in life. Never happened to me. So when we had my daughter, I didn't fish for quite a few years because just wanted to, see her as a baby grow up and be there all the time, really. So, but I know it can take over people's lives, and I listen to a lot of podcasts and watch a lot of YouTube and that, and see that happen for some people. So yeah, great question, Dave. And yeah, if you can get your answers into the comments, that'd be great. Be a nice another little topic for conversation, and get a bit of interaction going. So yeah, cheers. I'll get back to you if I hear anything, see anything. I've had liners actually on all three rods. One was just after the rods were put out. One was sort of later last night, maybe sort of 9ish, something like that, and then another one was a bit later, say 11:30, 11:45, something like that. So yeah, it's definitely movement out there, and obviously that show as well. So yes, it's looking promising. 7 AM now, rain's coming down, but lovely bit of bird song. Well, my puddle's gone, but it's still raining. Left hand rod, I'm going to move slightly over to the left into open water where I saw the bubbling yesterday. I thought I might be able to attract them over to the log there, but nothing's happened. I've had liners on all three rods, so that might indicate that they're going through the middle of the water more, so if I have one in the middle there, change my chances a bit more, give me a bit more sort of scope for different areas. Alright, rain has stopped for now, so redo this rod. Bubbling was sort of over here, so that's the little hook. That's how I feel. Not as clear. Not as clear, not as clear. Clear there, right, okay. Obviously something's feeding there, or old lily pad beds or something, but it's a feature rather than fishing in the leaves and chods, so that's it, that's the one. There's another guy coming over to fish here in a bit. Just messaged me saying he's going to come over in a bit, so be two of us on. There we go, that's nicely sunk there. That's told you before, it's fluorocarbon on these. £20 fluoro, so it sinks like a brick. Be lucky not to slip over today. Just a few grains. A few more. That's it. I'm really surprised that one hasn't gone off. Really surprised. Sun normally comes up over here, but there's not much sign of sun at the moment. Just like that, my puddle's back. I haven't got an ultimate favourite biscuit, but some of my favourites are obviously Biscoff, or Biscoffy as I call them, and chocolate hobnobs, and custard creams. Malted milk, quite nice, chocolate malted milk. Don't mind the ginger nut. Right, I've just had a little move around of rods, just put a little bit of bait out with, put the new rod. So basically this rod here is where that tree root is. I'm just back slightly here, so where the root of the tree used to be in the lake bed, I'm just slightly off of that. I know that area is clear, and then I'm over here, so the big green tree, or one with the ivy or whatever's on it, to the left of that is another one with ivy on it, so I'm in line with that, just where the bubbles are, the raindrops basically. I know that's a clear area, caught from there before. And then this rod, puddle's getting bigger. This rod here is basically straight out in the middle of that channel, which I've caught from before as well. So I think just keep moving the rods around every few hours or whatever. It does daytime bites here, and normally the bites come pretty quick after casting, so yeah, if I keep giving it a couple of hours in different spots, it's the best I can do really. I've got a good range of water that I can get to, yeah, and fish safely, so that's the best I can do. Got to try my hardest, got to get one out of here from Winter, work out where to catch them from. I was just speaking to the guy who's turned up this morning. If I can't catch him from here, I'm going to have to go further down the lake on the next trip. Got to find them. They're definitely going to be willing to feed if I can find them, definitely. So, time for a bacon sandwich. Rain stopped. It's looking pretty damn good out there for a bite. In the previous video I asked if you knew anyone who might like to see the videos, and if you did, could you share it? If you did do that, I'm very grateful, thank you very much. At the end of this video, on the left hand side of the screen, on the end screen, there'll be a video that a lot of you won't have seen, but I think you'll probably enjoy. Definitely bubbling up over that rod there. Over here. It's not the bubbles you can see from the drips. There's other feeding bubbles there. I'm just going to do a little trail going down the centre of the lake, leading to where I'm fishing. Anything passing through, hopefully we'll follow the trail, Hansel and Gretel style. Right, I'm just going to move this rod again, rove this round a bit because nothing happening anywhere at the moment. I'm going to move it to where I saw the show before when I was fishing at the swim down there. I think that was Christmas time, I think. That was a Christmas one. Which was just under here. I actually, at the work party, I cut a few of the branches off, the overhanging branches, just to give it a bit more clearance. Oh, perfect. I just had a beat from something. Left hand rod. Nothing too much going on. Hopefully soon. I feel like a pig living in mud. Pig swill. Here it is, look. Sun's starting to come out a little bit. Things have brightened up a bit. Come on. It's got to be bite time soon. Come on, Steve. Pull one out of the bag. Definitely feeling good now. Come on. There we go. That's what we like to see. Bit of sunshine. Well, seems like I might have hit another blank on the private lake. Been trying hard. I've put every effort into where I'm fishing at the moment. Moved the rods around. Had my eyes peeled on the water for every daylight hour I've had. Yeah, it's just not happened at the moment. I've got about another hour, so maybe I might get another sort of last minute bite like I often do, which would be amazing. And yeah, just want to say thanks to everyone for watching. Oh. Alright, just going to move this rod again. This, like I said before, is one I'm using just to move around, rove around a bit. Which was nice to know it was on a clear spot. No leaf on the bait, so that's all good. Bit on the hook, bit on the lead. Tiniest little, tiny bit on the hook. Smells quite silty, but it's a very silty lake. Hook's lovely and sharp still. So where I'm going to put it now is, I don't know if you can see, there's this branch coming into the water here. Now if the fish are travelling through and trying to hug the margins, I'm assuming they're going to go round that bush and then back into the margin. Actually, just seen from here, I can fish to almost the same area, but this bit here that would be difficult to cast to from that swim there, on this stump here. Let's try that instead. Here we go. Just for the last hour or so. You never know. You never know. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different areas I've tried. Can't say I haven't tried. Some might say I've moved them around too much, but it's got to try and find where I'm going to get a bite from. Like I said, normally if you're on the fish and they're feeding, you'll get a bite more or less straight away in this lake, I've found. So yeah, can't do no harm to rove the rods around, move them around a bit. So done what I think's best. Well, just put a little bit more Sweetcorn out, and I just had 2 separate beeps and a bit of a bobbin move on the right hand rod, which is the one I moved a little while ago. So yeah, promising. I think I'm going to fire a few more bits of corn out, because obviously that's sparked some sort of feeding reaction. So yeah, just pop a few more bits out, see if that gets me a bite. Unfortunately, as you'll see from the previous clip, I just removed the action cam from around my neck, and then the right hand rod that I just moved decided to rip off, resulting in this, my first winter carp from the private lake. But worth giving up, keep on at it. Finally, the private lake winter carp blanking session has finished. Finally got one, and hopefully one of many more to come for the rest of the winter. Aim still a 20 pounder out of here, so that'll be the challenge next. So we've got a quest for a 30 on this one, on the long lake, and then we have a quest for a 20 on the private lake. Thanks for watching, everyone. Really appreciate it, and really appreciate everything else. And yeah, happy bloke.